Research shows that your brain literally changes when you step outside your comfort zone, but 85% of people never experience this transformation. You know that nagging feeling when you see someone doing exactly what you've been thinking about for months? Maybe it's starting a YouTube channel, switching careers, or even just speaking up in meetings. Meanwhile, you're stuck in what psychology today call the familiar zone. Not actually comfortable, just predictable. You tell yourself you're being practical, but deep down, you know something else is holding you back. Here's what really happening. Your comfort zone isn't laziness or lack of ambition. It's your brain ancient survival system working overtime. New research reveals that your amygdala, that almond-shaped alarm system, process potential threat 200 milliseconds before your rational mind even know what's happening. Whether it's a networking event or a saber-toothed tiger, your brain treats unfamiliarity as danger. This is why stepping outside your comfort zone feels genuinely terrifying even when logic tells you it's safe. But here's a breakthrough. Massive life overhaul fail 92% of the time because they trigger that alarm system too intensely. The people who succeed use what psychologists call optimal anxiety, just enough discomfort to grow without sending your amygdala into overdrive. Take Oprah Winfrey. She didn't leave from rural Mississippi poverty to media mogul overnight. Starting at age 3 when her grandmother taught her to read, she took one calculated step outside her comfort zone, then another. Each small expansion of her familiar territory built the foundation for bigger risks later. She's living proof that consistent small steps outside your comfort zone create extraordinary transformation. This connects perfectly to what Brené Brown discovered in her vulnerability research for Daring Greatly. She spent years studying shame, courage, and authenticity and found that people who live with the most courage, compassion, and connection have one thing in common. They're willing to be vulnerable even when there's no guarantee of outcome. But here's her crucial insight about comfort zone. Vulnerability isn't about oversharing or taking reckless risks. It's about having the courage to show up authentically when you can't control the result. Think about it. Every time you stay in your familiar zone to avoid potential embarrassment or rejection, you're making a trade. You're choosing certainty over connection, predictability over possibility. Brown calls it armoring up, and she discovers something profound. We can't selectively numb emotion. When we armor up against discomfort, uncertainty, and potential failure, we also inadvertently block our joy, creativity, love, and meaningful relationship. It's like putting on emotional armor that protects you from getting hurt but also prevents you from feeling fully alive. The people stuck in their comfort zone aren't just avoiding failure, they're avoiding the full spectrum of human experience. They're trading the possibility of extraordinary for the guarantee of ordinary. And that, Brown argues, is the real tragedy. Not that we might fail when we step out, but that we might never discover what we're truly capable of when we stay in. Here's where the neuroscience becomes your superpower. Recent research shows that your prefrontal cortex can actually activate inhibition cells in the amygdala to control fearful responses to non-threatening stimuli. In simple terms, you can literally rewrite your fear response through practice. Let me give you a concrete example. This person, let's name her Sarah, a marketing manager, had been wanting to pitch a new campaign idea for her CEO for months. Every time she thought about scheduling that meeting, her amygdala would fire. Racing heart, sweaty palms, that inner voice screaming, what if she thinks it's stupid? What if I get fired? What if I humiliate myself? Here what Sarah learned to do instead. She picked her 10% discomfort action, sending a single email requesting a 15-minute meeting. When that amygdala alarm went off as her finger hovered over send, she paused for exactly 6 seconds. That's how long it takes your prefrontal cortex to catch up and access whether this is a real danger or just unfamiliarity. During those 6 seconds, she asked herself, am I actually in physical danger right now, or is my brain just trying to protect me from social discomfort? The answer was obvious. She has said the CEO not only took the meeting but implemented her idea. So, here's going to be your assignment this week. Identify your Sarah moment. Maybe it's asking a question in that Zoom call where you always muted. Maybe it's applying to one job you don't feel 100% ready for. Maybe it's starting that conversation with a family member you've been avoiding. When your amygdala sounds the alarm, and trust me, it will. Remember, you're not facing a tiger, you're just facing growth. Pause, breathe for 6 seconds. Let your prefrontal cortex do its job, then act anyway. Your future self will thank you for those 6 seconds of courage. So the bad thing is, breaking free from your comfort zone is not easy at all. But the good thing is, it is possible. Remember, your comfort zone isn't your enemy, it's a launching pad. But every day you don't expand it, it actually shrinks. The familiar becomes smaller, the unfamiliar feel more threatening, and your world gets incrementally tinier. So, what's your 10% uncomfortable action going to be this week? Share it in the comment because research shows that public commitment increases follow through by 65%. And subscribe for more evidence-based strategies that have you work with your brain, not against it. Your future self is waiting just outside your comfort zone, but do not let it wait forever.